Hi students, good morning to all. I welcome you all for today's online session. In today's session we are going to revise for the upcoming November monthly test. For this the portion is 3.11 to 3.14, 3.11 to 3.14, that means 3.11, 3.12, 3.13, 3.14 and then 3.15 you have to read the 1 marks. From 17 to up to the last 26 17 to last questions, and then exercise 4.2, 4.1 and 4.2. So this is the portion for the upcoming November monthly test. From these exercises we are going to do some important 2 marks and 5 marks in this session. Okay, now in the first sum of 2 marks, first sum is solved by method of elimination 2x minus y equal to 3 and 3x plus y equal to 7. So to solve a linear equations, this is called a linear equation with 2 variables. One variable is x, the other variable is y. You know how to solve the linear equation in one variable. For example, I am giving 2x equal to 4. 2x is equal to 4 means this is also a linear equation in one variable. If the equation is in this type, you can easily solve this by bringing this 2 to the denominator by 4 by 2. If you cancel this, you will get 2. But in this equation, we have 2 variables. So if you have 2 variables, we want 2 equations to solve those 2 variables. For 3 variables, we want 3 equations to solve those variables. Here it is 1 variable. So this is a linear equation in 1 variable. This is the linear equation in 2 variables. So to solve this linear equation in 2 variables, we need 2 equations. Using these 2 equations, we can solve these 2 equations and get the value of x and y. Here we have 3 methods. One is the elimination method. The other one is the cross multiplication method. And then substitution method. So we can use these methods to solve those equations. In this sum, they ask you to solve by elimination. So I am going to take the equation 2x minus y equal to 3 as first equation. Then the second equation is 3x plus y equal to 7. You name this as second equation. Now look at those 2 equations. The coefficient of x is 2 here. Here the coefficient of x is 3. Here the coefficient of y is minus 1. Here it is plus 1. Both are having same coefficient, so we can eliminate this y. Upon the y eliminate pannidala. Elimination means eliminate. That means you have to neglect, cancel pannunga artham. Eliminate na odikidunga appdinu artham. So I am going to eliminate this. So I am going to add those 2 equations. Equation 1 plus 2. If you add those 2 equations, this plus y and minus y gets cancelled. So you will get 2x plus 3x. 2x plus 3x gives 5x equal to 3 plus 7 gives 10. Now this comes under the linear equation in single variable. Now you can solve this. இங்க 5 வந்து இன்டுல இருக்கு. இந்த 5 இன்டுல இருக்கிற 5 அங்க கொண்டு போனீங்கன்னா டிவைட் பண்ணலாம். If you divide this, you will get 2 as the value of x. 1 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10. So you will get x is equal to 2. Now substitute x is equal to 2 in equation 1 or 2, whatever you like. So here I am going to substitute in equation 1. So you will get 2 into 2 minus y is equal to 3. 2 into 2 is 4. So minus y, 2 into 2 4. If I transpose this 4 to the right side, you will get 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Minus y equal to minus 1. Minus gets cancelled. You will get the value of y as 1. So x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So that is the solution. Solve means you have to write the solution of x and y. That is x is 2 and y is 1. So you have to write the x value first, second the y value. The next the second sum in 2 mark. Solve by cross multiplication method. 8x minus 3y equal to 12. 5x is equal to 2y plus 7. Okay, here we have one difference in those 2 equations. In elimination, we have to eliminate the whole variable. Here we have we have to use the cross multiplication method. So first you have to arrange the given equation in this form. 8x minus 3y. Bring this 12 to the left hand side, you will get minus 12 equal to 0. So you have to bring all the terms, x term, y term as well as constant term to one side, that is left side. In the right side you have to have only 0. Like that in this equation also I am going to bring this 2y and then 7 to the left side. 2y in the side vanchana minus 2y plus 7 in the side vanchana minus 7. So 5x minus 2y minus 7 equal to 0. So these are the two equations. Now I am going to arrange this in the to multiply the cross multiplication form. So for CM method, for cross multiplication method, first I am going to arrange this coefficients. So what is the first coefficient? First you have to start from the center, that is minus 3 minus 2. Minus 3 minus 2. Next you have to write this term minus 12 minus 7. Again you have to write the coefficient of x 8, 5. Again the last minus 3 minus 2. So you have to start from the center, move this side again and finish with the same number. So minus 3 minus 2 எழுதணும் first. அடுத்தது minus 12 minus 7. அடுத்தது 8, 5 எழுதுறோம். திரும்ப minus 3 minus 2. In the center you have to write x, y and constant. Now we are going to multiply the coefficients. Multiply these two first and subtract with this multiplication. So by cross multiplication method, x by, you have to multiply these two, minus 3 into minus 7, minus 3 into minus 7, center lower minus, again minus 2 into minus 12 equal to, again you have to start with y, y by, first you have to multiply these two, minus 12 into 5, minus 12 into 5 minus 7 into 8, minus 7 into 8 equal to 1 divided by 8 into minus 2, 8 into minus 2 minus 5 into minus 3. So this is the way of multiplying the coefficients. So the center arrange பண்ணிக்கணும், x இங்க மேல எழுதிக்கிறீங்க, இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் cross multiply பண்றீங்க, in the middle you have to put minus. Now simplify this, you will get x by minus 3 into minus 7 gives 21, minus here one minus, here one minus, minus into minus gives minus 2 into 12, 24 equal to, like that, y by minus 12 into 5 minus 60, minus into minus plus 5 into 7 56 equal to 1 by 8 into minus 2 is minus 16, minus into minus plus 5 into 3 15. Again if you simplify you will get x by 21 minus 24 is minus 3 equal to y by minus 60 plus 56 minus 4 equal to 1 by minus 16 plus 15 gives minus 1. Now equate this x term with the constant term. You will get the value of x. X by minus 3 equal to 1 by minus 1. X is equal to minus 3 by minus 1. So x is equal to plus 3. Like that, y by minus 4 equal to 1 by minus 1. If you cross multiply, you will get y is equal to minus 4 by minus 1. Y is equal to plus 4. So therefore the solution is plus 3 comma 4. So this is the way of multiplication method. Okay. Third sum, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral such that angle A equal to 4y plus 20, angle B equal to 3y minus 5, angle C equal to 4x, angle D equal to 7x plus 5. Find the four angles. In a cyclic quadrilateral, we know that sum of the opposite angles is 180 degree. Here the opposite angles are angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Like that, angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. Using these two concepts, you can add those two angles. What is the angle A? 4y plus 20 equal to plus 4x equal to 180 degree. that is angle A plus angle C equal to 180. Here 4x plus 4y plus 20 goes to the right side, means it gives 180 minus 20, that is 160 degree. 4x plus 4y equal to 160 degree. Like that, the second equation, angle B plus angle D equal to 180. What is angle B? 3y minus 5. Angle D is 7x plus 5 equals to 180 degree. Here first you have to write this 7x plus 3y minus 5 plus y gets cancelled equal to 180 degree. Now we get the two equations, 4x plus 4y equal to 160 and 7x plus 3y equal to 180 degree. Look at the equation 1. Here all the coefficients are multiples of 4. So I am going to divide this by 4. You will get equation 1 divided by 4 gives x plus y equal to 40 degree. Then the equation 2. What is the equation 2? 7x plus 3y equal to 180. 7x plus 3y equal to 180 degree. To cancel y or x, we have to multiply and have to make arrangements. So keep the second equation as it is. Second equation அப்படியே வச்சுக்கிறோம். இந்த ஈக்குவேஷன் இதுக்கு ஏதாவது பேர் வச்சுங்க 3. தேர்ட் ஈக்குவேஷனை நான் இப்போ 3 ஆல மல்டிப்ளை பண்ண போறேன். x into 3 3x, y into 3 3y, 3 into 40 120 degree. Name this as fourth equation. Now I am going to change the sign. Plus becomes minus, plus becomes minus, plus becomes minus. Then only you can cancel those two equations, those two variables. 3y plus 3y minus 3y gets cancelled. 7x minus 3y gives 4x. 7x la 3x minus panina 4x. 180 minus 120 gives 60. X is equal to 60 degree by 4. 60 divided by 4 gives 15 degree. X value 15. If x is equal to 15, substitute this in equation 3. Substitute x is equal to 15 in equation 3. You will get 15 plus y equal to 40 degree. Y is equal to 40 degree minus 15. So y equal to 25 degree. We get the value of x and y. But they ask you to find the 4 angles. What are the 4 angles? Angle A, angle B, angle C and D. Now I am going to find the angle A. So how will you find the angle A? Angle A is equal to 4y plus 20. That is 4 into 25 degree plus 20. 4 into 25 100. 100 plus 20 120 degree. Angle B is equal to 3y minus 5. What is 3 into y? Y is again 25 minus 5. 3 into 25 75. 75 minus 7 gives 70. Angle C is equal to 4 into x. That is 4 into 15 degree. That is 60 degree. Then angle D is equal to 7x plus 5. 7 into 15 plus 5. 7 into 15 gives 105. 105 plus 5 110. Next the fourth sum. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 1:2:3. Find the measure of each angle of the triangle. We know that in a triangle, the sum of the measures of the 3 angles is 180 degree. Here the angles are in the ratio 1:2:3. So let the angles be, we have to assume this as 1x, 2x and 3x. So this is angle A, angle B, angle C. So we know that sum of measures of 3 angles in a triangle is 180 degree. So using this, you can find the value of x. 1x plus 2x plus 3x equal to 180 degree. If you add these 3, you will get 6x is equal to 180 degree. X is equal to 180 degree by 6. If you cancel this, you will get x is equal to 30. So now you can find the 3 angles. Angle A is equal to 1x, that is 1 into 30 degree. which is 30 degree, angle B equal to 2x, 2 into 30 degree, which is 60 degree, angle C is equal to 3 into x, 3 into 30 degree, that is 90 degree. If you add these three, you will get 180 degree. So the angles are 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. So these are the three measures of the triangle whose ratios are 1:2:3. Next we are going to do the important 5 marks. In this the first sum is state and prove that in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. So first we are going to consider a parallelogram whose vertices are A, B, C and D. So A, B, C, D is a parallelogram which opposite sides are parallel. So first I am going to write the given. So what is the given? A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. If this is parallelogram, then we have to prove that, to prove AB equal to CD and BC is equal to AD. That means these two sides are equal, these two sides are equal. AB equal to CD and BC is equal to AD. This is the thing we have to prove. So for that I am going to construct a line. I am going to join this AC, join AC. So if we join AC, this divides the parallelogram into two triangles. One is ABC. ABC is a triangle and then ACD is another triangle. So we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, then these two sides are equal. We can easily prove that the opposite sides are equal. So for that, first I am going to consider the two triangles. In a triangle ABC and triangle ACD, AC is the transversal. AC is transversal. Since it is transversal, these two sides are parallel. In the triangle ABC and ACD, AB is parallel to CD. If these two are parallel and this line is transversal, means then these two angles are equal. This angle and this angle is equal. That is angle ACD equal to angle CAB. What we call it as is alternate angles. So alternate angles are equal. So since alternate angles are equal, these two angles are equal. Like that, these two angles are also equal. If we consider these two sides are parallel, here BC is parallel to AD and AC is transversal. Then we can say that angle CAD equal to angle ACB. This angle CAD equal to angle ACB. So to differentiate this, I draw one line here, here two lines. These two angles are equal, these two angles are equal. Here also using the alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal. Using the concept of alternate angles are equal, we say that these two triangles are equal, these two angles are equal, these two angles are equal. On this side AC is a common. AC is common in both the triangle. So these two angles are equal, one side is equal. So by angle side angle property or axiom, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ACD. Since these two triangles are congruent, we can say the corresponding sides are equal. So now we can say that therefore AB is equal to CD and BC is equal to AD by corresponding sides are equal. CPCT, what we call it as is CPCT. By CPCT rule, AB equal to CD and BC is equal to AD. This is the theorem what we have to prove. Opposite sides are equal in a parallelogram. Next, the second sum, the middle digit of a number between 100 and 1000 is 0 and the sum of the other digit is 13. If the digits are reversed, the number so formed exceeds the original number by 495. So the middle digit of the number between 100 and 1000, between 100 and 1000, what will be the number? All the numbers are 3-digit numbers. So the middle number is 0. So let the number be, we have to assume that as x 0 y, because middle digit is 0. We don't know the hundreds digits and the tens digits. So I am going to assume this as x 0 y. So therefore the original number is, what is the original number? The original number is 100x plus y, because tens place is 0, 100x plus y. Then if you reverse, you will get the reversed digit, reversed number. What is the reversed number? The reversed number is y0x. y0x means 100y plus x. So here the condition is given as the sum of the digits, sum of the other digit means x plus y. So first condition, x plus y is equal to 13. We have to treat this as first equation. X plus y is equal to 13. Then the second condition, they say that if the digits are reversed, the original number, the numbers so formed exceeds the original number by 495. So the reverse number is 100y plus x minus 100x plus y equal to 495. So this is the second equation. If you simplify this, you will get 100y plus x minus 100x minus y equal to 495. 100y minus y gives 99y. X minus 100 gives minus 99x is equal to 495. Now you can multiply the equation 1 with 99. Then only it is easy for you to simplify. You will get 99x plus 99y, 99x plus 99y equal to 13 into 99. 99 into 13. 99 into 13. 9 3s are 27. Remainder 2. 27 plus 2 29. Again 99 gives 1287. So 1287. Name this as third equation. Now we have to arrange the second equation. Minus 99x plus 99y equal to 495. Because first term x should become. So if we cancel the x cancel out, say 99y plus 99y, 198y. 198y is equal to 7 plus 5 2, remainder 1. 10 plus 8 18, remainder 1. 4 6 7, remainder 1. Now we are going to divide this 1782 divided by 198. If you divide this, 8 into 9 gives 72. So the last number is 2. So if you cancel this, you will get the answer as 9 times. So 198 into 9 gives 9 8s are 72, remainder 7, 9 9s are 81 plus 7, 88, remainder 8, 1 9 is 9, 9 plus 8, 17. So you get the value of y as 9. Now substitute the value of y as 9 in equation 1. Substitute y is equal to 9 in equation 1, you will get x plus 9 is equal to 13. So x is equal to 13 minus y, x is equal to 4. So therefore the original number or the required number is x 0 y, that is x is 4 0, y is 9. So 409 is the original number. With this we'll wind up this session. You have to look at the afternoon session also. You have to practice all the sums what I taught to you. Practice the some more sums which are in your textbooks also. Understand the concepts of elimination method, cross multiplication method, because these methods are very important and useful for you for the higher classes. Practice this and enjoy the day. Thank you.